y'all? What's good? G-Life, it's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man Society M.O.D. That's Man Society M.O.D. That's pretty much where we go live every day, you know. Now, what I wanted to discuss was the immigration problem, right? I get asked about this topic a lot as of lately, right? And I guess people don't really understand when it comes to this problem. People giving their opinions, right? You see a lot of back and forths and a lot of bickering, I guess, debating, right, about the subject. Most people really don't know how to talk about this subject, right? Because a lot of emotions get in the way, right? Whether it's for or against, the immigration policy, right? And you already know with emotions, whenever you want to come and give your point across and actually have a real discussion, you have to keep your composure. You have to keep yourself on check. You can't let your emotions control the conversation, right? Because then we're going to go nowhere. Now, when people are saying, why do I disagree with this immigration policy? It is not that I disagree with it, right? I understand that there's procedures and process and the right way on how to come to this country, right? And going around that is breaking the law. And if you break the law, well, then you're going to get arrested and you should be deported, because that's just how every other country works. That's how the world works, right? You have to get in line because, there is people that are doing it the right way and it's not fair for them. So I understand from the logical sense of things, right? Because at the end of the day, it is still breaking the law. It's kind of like if you see a kid who's starving, a homeless kid, right, who's starving, and then you go and steal food to feed him, or he himself goes and steals food to feed himself. That's still breaking the law. He's still stealing, regardless if it's a kid who's starving and stuff like that. Now, from the moral aspect of things, it's like, damn, well, that's fucked up. He's just a kid, and he's just hungry, he don't know no better. But at the end of the day, it's still breaking the law, though, and it's not right. Even though, just let him go, bro. It's not even that serious. But nonetheless, it's still breaking the law, though. Or let's say if somebody out there, a criminal, goes and kills, people's child or family members, and then this person now grabs a gun and kills and goes looking for him and kills him. That's still murder. He's still going to get arrested, even though, well, he killed his family, bro. Anybody would have wanted to do that. Yes, bro, but you can't take the law in your own hands. I get it, right, that he was mad and shit, he rightfully, had, the right to do that, but in all sense he didn't, because it's still breaking the law. You get me? As one of those type of subjects, right? Because families are getting split up and there's hardworking individuals. Why should they be deported? But because they still did it the wrong way, they're still breaking the law. You get it? So I understand from both sides of the spectrum when it comes to this subject. To me, the reason why is just like, if they're hardworking individuals, if they're, just trying to put food on the table, why pick on them? Why try to deport them? Why try to break up their families, right? Because their kids were born here. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're actually, good, individuals who are not breaking the law, who are not doing nothing wrong, right? So why fuck it up for them? I understand, deporting all the criminals and rustling up all the criminals and stuff like that. And another thing that people, don't understand about this problem is that they try to make it seem like if it's a Mexican and United States issue. When we're talking about immigration problems, right? You've seen the raids and the roundups. You have Haitians, Jamaicans, Venezuelans, Colombians, Salvadorians, Europeans, Canadians. It's not just a Mexican problem, right? Like, this immigration problem is not just, between United States and Mexico, or build the wall. See, that's my problem with this whole issue, is that people try to make it like if it's a Mexican and American issue, when it's not, bro. When we're talking about, immigration in itself, we mean the whole, bro. It's all these individuals that are committing crimes and stealing from the governments and jobs and welfare and all that. We're talking not just Latinos, we're talking about all these other ethnicities. And people be like, oh, well, these individuals are hardworking and they invest. Yeah, that's maybe the ones that you see, but there's others that are taking advantage, right? Who are not even raza in general, right? But we mean in general, because ethnicity has nothing to do with it. We mean illegal immigrants. You get what I'm saying? People need to stop making this a Mexican and United States issue because it's not. We're talking about it as a whole, and both sides are doing it, bro. Build the wall, and you see all this hate, coming towards the raza, and it's like, bro, you acting like if it's just the raza that be, doing this, or like if it's oh no, well these guys are gang members and doing crimes. You're acting like if white people don't commit crimes, or if there's no such thing as white gangs. Set examples right there. White gangs do exist. A lot of white individuals do commit crimes, selling drugs, guns, and just like Hispanic gangs, bro. But I get it. If people are not from the streets, they don't know this information. They don't know because the news don't cover that kind of shit. But those who live in the streets understand that there is white gangs and they do handle business just like any other gang out there. You know what I mean? Because of the conflicts and issues. See, coming from the streets, we know this. But other people, they're not aware of this information because the news don't cover this kind of shit. Because they have agendas, paint these individuals as the villains. And that's just my whole problem with the immigration policy, that they try to make the Mexicans or the raza as the bad guys here or the villains, when it was like, well, you're acting like if these are the only immigrants here. You get me? Now, for the ones when we're saying, what do you think about the protests and the whole, the flags and all of that? And, how could they be proud to be... how could they, talk about fighting for the rights for their family to stay here, waving Mexican flags, but they're in America, right? They should be prideful to be Americans, but it's like they're prideful in their country, but they don't want to go back to their country. And it's like, I understand from the pride sense of things, right? But yes, you should be proud to be American. And if you're looking to at least, make a statement or your point of view for them, right, then they're going about it the wrong way, right? Because even these individuals, me, myself, or anybody, any homie out there or anybody out there who was born here, you're a Chicano, you're a Hispanic, you're a Mexican American. If you go to Mexico, you are not Mexican, my boy. You are not a citizen. You are an illegal immigrant if you're there illegally. You have to go there the right way, because if you go there the illegal way or you're on the run, guess what, bro? As soon as they catch you, you're getting deported back to America. You're not a Mexican. You are, even though we're Mexican American, over there, bro, you're not a citizen. You're not Mexican. You're an American, bro. If you commit a crime or if you get arrested, you're getting deported back to America, my boy. You are not Mexican. Let that sink in. Because in Mexico, they deport people too. They deport Salvadorians, Hondurans, Americans, if you break the law in their country, just like here. So even though you're rallying and all that, guess what? If you were to go to Mexico, my boy, you're not considered a Mexican. You're actually an illegal immigrant if you're there illegally. Right? Or if you have your work visa, but you have to do everything just like the same way with America. And if you break the law, you're getting deported back over here. Even if you have family in Mexico. That's just the way it is, carnal. That's crazy, huh? And people don't even bother to look at it from that aspect of things. But that's a trip, huh? I bring that up because I blew my homie's mind when I made that point. He was like, oh shit, dog, you're right. I'm like, well, no. So, I understand. Look, I'm not hating on my people. I'm not a wannabe gabacho or nothing like that. Bro, but if we're talking rational and keeping our emotions on check, because, bro, I'm proud to be Mexican, bro. You feel me? I got it tattooed on me. I'm proud to be, my heritage from Jalisco, Mexico, but I was born here. So I'm also proud to be an American. So I understand, this, right? So I understand from their frustration, right? Because these people are not doing nothing and, why target them? Nobody has a problem with people deporting back the criminals and the murders and everything like that. It's why are you focusing on these people, right? Because they're not affecting the country in a negative way because they're doing their part. But I understand because it's still against the law, and it's not fair. I understand it from there too, right? It's just one of those situations. But overall, that's just my personal opinion on the matters, right? Because even if you do deport all these people, you're still going to have a high crime rate. Crime rates still happen, murders still happen, drug sales, gang, all that is still going to occur. People act like if all these immigrants are the ones are. See, my problem is that people think that this problem is what's crippling America when it's not. It's corporate greed that's crippling America. But that's just my point of view. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments and shout it out.